Hey guys, I'm back with an update on the Redmi Note 15 Pro Plus and how it compares to the Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus from last year after using it for some time. Yeah, this phone compared to the Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus 5G, which I have here, this phone has big upgrades in the battery department. I think that's about like the biggest upgrade you get on the Redmi Note 15 Pro Plus 5G. Here you have a 6500 milliamp hour battery, but the bummer is you only get a 100 watts charger with the new Redmi Note 15 Pro Plus 5G compared to the 120 watts you get on the previous Note 14 Pro Plus 5G. An upgrade and a downgrade. For now, that is basically the major upgrade. In fact, this came with the previous HyperOS 2.0. Why this is already on 3.0, and you miss out on some of the very new features that Xiaomi introduced with HyperOS 3.0, like their version of Dynamic Island. While setting up the phone, I already saw a prompt to update the phone. Hopefully, that update brings HyperOS 3.0 and not like a minimal incremental upgrade. So, fingers crossed on that. You get almost exactly what you get from the Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus 5G from last year. There is the 100 watts charger brick that I talked about, USB-A to USB-C cable, the same ejector pin, safety warranty, and some paperwork basically. Yeah, but apart from the battery, which I think is the major upgrade on this device, the design somehow caught my attention. I kind of like the leather finish, even though we have the same leather finish on here, but this kind of look a lot more plush, soft, and premium. Plus, we now have a flat design on the edges compared to the curved and shimmered edges on the Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus 5G. Both of them are still made from plastic material, but this kind of looks premium to me. Also in this Note 15 series, there's the Note 15, the Note 15 Pro, and the Note 15 Pro Plus. So this is like the highest tier in the series. It still packs the same Snapdragon 7S, but now the fourth generation of it. The Note 14 Pro Plus from last year is using the third generation. This is the same processor, but the fourth generation. They are both 4 nanometer processors. And that's about it basically for upgrades on this device, major upgrades. There are more nuanced upgrades that you will find here and there. For instance, the display is slightly larger than what you get on the Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus. It's a 6.82-inch AMOLED 120 Hz display protected by Gorilla Victus 2. We still have Gorilla Victus 2 on the Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus, but this is 6.62 inches, same 120 Hz. I'm going to do a camera test right about now, comparing both devices. The Redmi Note 15 Pro Plus, the new one, and the old Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus 5G. If you're enjoying this video, now will really be a great time to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's get back to the video. For speakers, we have a stereo speaker setup on the Redmi Note 15 Pro Plus 5G. I don't expect anything less. That's also what we have here on the on its predecessor, the Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus 5G. From my use, I noticed that this is a lot more brighter. This is a lot more brighter than this one. You can even tell from looking at it. I think you can tell from looking at it. So this is a lot brighter than this, and this is very usable outdoors. Remember that update I told you I got on this phone, right? That is still HyperOS 2.0, not 3.0. So it's just a small incremental update, probably a security patch. So you are still stuck on HyperOS 3.0 if you get this phone. No big visual changes yet, but hopefully it gets it. It should get it. Xiaomi has promised up to 4 years or 4 major Android upgrade on this phone, so it should get HyperOS 3.0. I noticed that day-to-day use has fewer lags and stutters, and system animations feel smoother and more consistent. The Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus 5G comes with a 5110 mAh battery with 120 watts charging, while the Redmi Note 15 Pro Plus 5G steps this up to 6500 mAh with a 100 watts charging capacity and a 100 watt brick to go with it. This means that even though I tried charging it with my 120 watts charger from the Redmi Note 14, the speed is capped at 100 watts hypercharged. In real use, this translates to better endurance, especially for gaming, social media, and camera usage through the day. Both phones still support fast charging, so topping up from low battery remains relatively quick. My unit of the Note 15 Pro Plus 5G comes with 12 gigs of RAM and 512GB of internal storage. That is the same configuration as my Note 14 Pro Plus 5G, so the speed gains are more about the chipset and software optimizations than a bump in RAM or storage. On the Redmi Note 15 Pro Plus 5G, you get a 200 megapixel main camera on the back and a 32 megapixel selfie camera on the front. On the Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus 5G, you still have a 200 megapixel main camera, but the selfie camera is 20 megapixel, so that is some upgrade in the camera department. Even though the main sensor resolution is the same on paper, the Note 15 Pro Plus 5G has better processing and dynamic range. This is especially visible in shadow areas. In some shots like this one from the Note 14 Pro Plus, you see darker parts of the image like trees or shaded buildings lose detail, while on the Note 15 Pro Plus, you can actually see what is going on in those areas. In terms of fine detail, the Note 15 Pro Plus pulls ahead in most of the photos taken side by side. For portrait mode and background separation, both phones perform very similarly, with edge detection and subject isolation looking almost the same. In the UK, you can get the Redmi Note 15 Pro Plus for about £350. In the US, the recommended price from Xiaomi is $450. In Nigeria, I am not sure about the price of this phone, but considering that the Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus 5G is currently sold for 650,000 naira, I would expect this phone to start from 650,000 naira to 700,000 naira. Would you buy this phone for 700,000 naira? Overall, this feels like a solid generational upgrade over the Redmi Note 15 Pro Plus, especially in battery life, camera performance, and general smoothness of the UI. The experience is more refined, even though it is still on HyperOS 2.0 and not the latest major software version yet. So, to the big question, should you upgrade to this phone? If you already own the Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus and are happy with its battery and camera, this is more of an incremental but meaningful refinement rather than a must-have jump. However, if you care about better endurance, better selfies, slightly cleaner camera processing, and a smoother overall feel, the Note 15 Pro Plus 5G is a worthy upgrade and a more future-proof option in the Redmi Note 15 series. Yeah, so that's it about this review. What's your thoughts? What do you think about this phone? Would you buy this for 700,000 naira or £350 or $450? Thanks for watching, guys. Like and share this video. Also subscribe if you're not subscribed. And I'll see you when I see you in the next one. Cheers. Bye, guys.